such a shocking moment. I really didn't think I was going to win. That I actually I don't think I was running through any. It was just beyond thought. It was just my biggest concern is don't trip and fall on the way to the podium. And, oh my God, what am I going to say? I didn't write a speech. It was very stream of consciousness, but it was, I mean, it was of course super exciting and overwhelming. But I think in situations like that, it's the opposite of feeling. You're just like, I can't process this. I don't know what's going on, and I still don't to a huge extent. It's just too overwhelming. This was actually supposed to be my shortest novel, and I started out writing what was essentially a very short crime fable, and the story just eventually demanded more of that. I couldn't. All the things, the ideas, the concepts, the characters that were in my head were just too much and too big for that small a book. At the same time, I didn't think it was going to be that big a book. It's just the wider I opened my eyes, is the more I saw about what was going on. That if I'm going to talk about a killing in Jamaica, I'm going to wonder where the guns came from, because most Jamaicans can't afford guns. I'm going to wonder who sent them, and then I'm going to wonder why. And before you know it, a novel about a killing on a street in Jamaica, or an attempted kill, a failed killing on a street in Jamaica, becomes a novel about the Cold War and about US foreign policy and Soviet Union foreign policy. And before you know it, you end up with something that's almost like a spy novel. But that's not how it started. Would I be able to write it? Yeah, because writing is a lot like reading. It's an act of liberation, and it's a private act. And I think just on a very, very basic level, yeah, would I have done it anyway? No. Because I don't think you have to experience violence to fear it. And I think that my idea of how hard it is in Jamaica and my fear of violence and reprisals in Jamaica would have affected how I write, even if nothing would ever happen to me. And nothing has ever happened to me, and probably won't, knock wood. But I think the fear would have led to a self-censorship. It's, you know, the monster doesn't have to be there for me to be scared. So would I have written it? I don't know. I think I'd probably have some sort of failure of nerve. And I think for me, not for everybody, but certainly for me, distance was essential. Certainly a lot of Jamaicans I know had no problem celebrating it for whatever it is, and appreciating it, and reading the book and so on. Because yeah, there are lots of open-minded, quite progressive Jamaicans. At the same time, the backlash was there. You know, why are we celebrating this homo? Why, especially somebody who's been so upfront, and I was never really upfront. But that's the other thing. You don't have to be upfront for people to consider you to be upfront. You just have to be yourself, and that's enough to offend some people. So that negative undercurrent was there from before. It's something that I don't spend day-to-day living in, because that'd be like people who read their own comments. I don't read comments. I need to stay sane and believe humans are essentially a reasonable species. So I know full well that hatred and that ignorance and that bigotry is there. My friends read it. But I have just made the very deliberate choice to not let it bother me.